other news outlets from secretly paying him $70,000. That finally came out in court just last week.
I'll give you your hug now. We did it. You were right. We did it.
Dude, I was trying to tell you. I couldn't say much.
You were right.
You just have to watch my chat. Is this not going to be the best film you've ever made in your life?
I have Jade and X. That separates. I have Insurgents USA, civil rights organization. So it separates I separate my identity based on the specific role that I'm playing, right?
Then the athlete became an activist. Arrested after organizing the Provo protest in July of 2020, Sullivan continued posting about organized protests on the Instagram page for his company Insurgents, a company Sullivan dedicated to ending police brutality and unifying the nation.
My name's John Sullivan. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. My group is Insurgents USA. We fucking about to burn this shit down. We got fucking rip Trump out of that office right over there. Fucking pull him out that shit.
Then on the night of the 6th, Millie Weaver was able to actually confront Jaden X.
Hey, so were you?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah. Are you BLM? Are you Black Lives Matter? John, can you just answer, are you Black Lives Matter with Black Lives Matter, or are you with the right-wing people?
On the phone, do you not?
Yeah, but are you Black Lives Matter? So he just said on the phone that he is not being charged with anything. Did you say you weren't being charged with anything? I thought I heard you say that. Are you Black Lives Matter, John?
I'm of the opinion that what we saw yesterday was very much by design, that we did have agent provocateurs, and I'm of the opinion that you're one of them.
Interesting. Really interesting on that. Why do you think I'm one of them?
It's because your father is. Your father's psyops, man.
So you've met my dad, okay? So
Kind of further elaborates my point.
just explain to you, because I know people are going to storm the Capitol. I'm on chats, I'm on underground chats, like, I have my resources. There's not me, but I have people, right? And I'm not saying some fucking cop type shit. I'm saying my people in my organization, Insurgents USA, was civil rights group that is Black Lives Matter, or if you want to label it Antifa, because Trump wants to label it Antifa, but I label myself as Insurgents USA, but for people's context, right? Yeah, they are in chats. They can easily give me information on what's going on, and same with everybody else. But it's a collective of people. You can disassociate yourself. I have John Sullivan. I have Jaden X. That separates. I have Insurgents USA, civil rights organization. So it separates I separate my identity based on the specific role that I'm playing, right?
Is there really a separation?
There is a separation. There is a separation for sure, because I can't be in a crowd full of Trump supporters and say F the police or say the things that I would during my regular activism.
And it's not just Jaden X. Many other known leftist activists from around the country came to D.C. and posed as Trump supporters and helped rile up the crowd. While Trump was still speaking a mile and a half away at the Ellipse outside the White House, already over 100,000 people had showed up at the Capitol. And observant patriots noticed that in the grass, in the bushes, behind the trees, people wearing all black, people with Antifa-style dress and gear were putting on MAGA gear, putting on Trump gear. And this, again, is just more evidence of how the left didn't overtly show up to confront Trump supporters that day. They simply blended in and added to the hysteria. In October of last year, investigative journalist Millie Weaver, who had been tracking the Sunrise Project for more than 2 years, that's basically a college-level George Soros Democratic Party funded group that teaches Antifa and BLM tactics. Millie got dozens of hours from an inside whistleblower of this organization planning to carry out the exact type of insurrection that then took place on January 6th.
Our undercover inside the Sunrise Movement was able to obtain exclusive video footage inside Zoom chats where Shutdown DC, BLM, and other leftist organizations are coordinating a multi-level coup action exercise utilizing insider help from Democrat Party members as well as federal employees and intelligence contractors.
I'm a management and programs analyst.
I work in the national security community.
I spent 3.5 years as a contractor at DHS HQ.
If you read the mainstream press, like they all have Signal accounts, text them, leak everything you can. The journalists I've dealt with have been super ethical in ways to shield me, to be the source of the leaks.
Groups on the outside being able to show solidarity with federal workers.
Making sure that we're naming what is happening as a coup.
Totally agreed in the Shutdown DC conversations that I've been having, and that's not on the federal side. We also are often saying, like, call it a coup.
They plan to shut down Washington, D.C. and other major U.S. cities starting November 4th until Inauguration Day.
Do we have any plans for how to respond if there's a coup?
Come to BLM Plaza anytime after 4 p.m. on election night. On the 5th, we're going to shut down the White House.
Map the White House and know every access point so we knew we could blockade it.
On the 6th, we're going to shut down larger parts of Washington, D.C.
We've been working on a target map and a framework for scenarios. So where are all the police stations? Where are all the key government buildings? Who are the Trump boosters?
Members of Congress that are coming in, we're going to meet them at the airports or at Union Station and send them back to where they came from until we deal with the situation that we're in.
We are going to be in a crisis, but we want it to be one that we are creating. Whoever's got the guns can win. Let's take over the buildings. If there are people that are willing to do that, we should support them. Get ready to shut your city down on the 4th or the 5th.
Regardless of who wins, the left plans to take over.
And